Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you have been here before and have subscribed to my channel, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting my effort to bring book summaries to you. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, smash that like button and hit the notification icon so you get my content red hot. Thank you so very much. Without any further ado, let's go through my summary of this mythical story that is told to most Indian children. The Mahabharata is a vast epic tale from ancient India that tells the story of a great war between two branches of a royal family. It is one of the longest tales in the world, with over 100,000 verses, and is considered one of the most important works of Indian literature. I have tried to succinctly capture the essence of this epic tale in a simple, easy-to-understand format. It can get a bit complicated, so you may have to go back a bit and replay. Like I said, it is considered one of the longest tales in the world. The birth of the two brothers. The birth of the two brothers, Dhritarashtra and Pandu, who are born to the king of the Kuru dynasty, was surrounded by various intrigues and complications. Dhritarashtra is born blind, so Pandu becomes the king. Their father was the king of the Kuru dynasty, named Vichitravirya, who died childless. To continue the lineage of the Kuru dynasty, the widowed queen Satyavati arranged for her first son Vyasa to impregnate the two wives of Vichitravirya, Ambika and Ambalika. However, Ambika was afraid of Vyasa's appearance, as he was known to be a hermit, and closed her eyes when he came to her. As a result, their son, Dhritarashtra, was born blind. Ambalika, on the other hand, was so afraid that she turned pale upon seeing Vyasa, and their son, Pandu, was born with a pale complexion. When Vichitravirya died, Dhritarashtra was deemed unfit to be the king because of his blindness, so Pandu was crowned instead. However, Pandu was cursed with a condition that prevented him from having children. This caused great concern for the continuation of the Kuru dynasty, which led to the complicated birth of Pandu's 5 sons through various means, including the boon granted by the sage Durvasa to his wife Kunti. Pandu is cursed. According to the Mahabharata, Pandu was cursed with a condition that prevented him from having children. Before Pandu's marriage, he was hunting in the forest when he accidentally shot a sage named Kindma, who was in the form of a deer. As Kindma was dying, he cursed Pandu that he would die if he ever tried to have sexual relations with a woman. This curse left Pandu deeply unhappy, as having children was considered an important duty for a king in ancient Indian society. However, his wives Kunti and Madri found a way around the curse, and with the help of certain boons, were able to bear him 5 sons who would later become central characters in the Mahabharata. Kunti, Pandu's first wife, had received a boon from the sage Durvasa that allowed her to invoke any deity and bear a child from them. Curious to test the boon, Kunti invoked the god Dharma and bore Yudhishthira, the eldest of the Pandava brothers. She later invoked the gods Vayu and Indra, and bore Bhima and Arjuna, respectively. Madri, Pandu's second wife, had also received a boon from the gods Ashwini Kumaras that she could have children like Kunti. She invoked the gods Ashwini Kumaras and bore Nakula and Sahadeva. Despite this, Pandu was never able to fully enjoy his fatherhood, as he died in the forest while trying to make love to Madri. He had forgotten the curse of the sage Kindma in a moment of passion, and the curse caused him to fall dead on the spot. The 5 Pandava brothers, along with their mother Kunti and Madri, were forced to live in the forest in exile. The 5 brothers, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva, are the sons of Pandu through his wives, Kunti and Madri, in the Mahabharata. They are collectively known as the Pandavas and are the main protagonists of the epic. Yudhishthira, he is the eldest of the Pandavas and known for his righteousness and truthfulness. He is often referred to as Dharmaraja, which means the king of righteousness. He is known for his unwavering devotion to his duty and his ability to withstand any adversity. Bhima, he is the second eldest of the Pandavas and known for his physical strength and prowess in battle. He is often described as a giant of a man, with immense strength and a fierce temper. He is known to be a voracious eater and is said to have consumed vast quantities of food in a single sitting. Arjuna, he is the third eldest of the Pandavas and considered to be the greatest warrior of his time. He is skilled in archery, swordsmanship, and hand-to-hand combat. He is known for his courage, valor, and his ability to shoot arrows with incredible precision. He is also known for his friendship with Lord Krishna and his role in the Bhagavad Gita. Nakula, He is the fourth eldest of the Pandavas and known for his good looks and expertise in handling horses. He is said to be the most handsome of the Pandavas and is often compared to the god of love, Kamadeva. He is also known for his skills in healing and medicine. Sahadeva, he is the youngest of the Pandavas and known for his expertise in astrology and strategy. He is said to have possessed the power of seeing into the future and predicting events. He is also known for his unwavering loyalty to his brothers and his adherence to the truth. Together, the five Pandava brothers go through a series of trials and tribulations, including exile, war, and betrayal, in their quest to restore their rightful place as rulers of the Kuru kingdom. The Pandavas and Kauravas. The Mahabharata revolves around the conflict between two families, the Pandavas and the Kauravas. The Kauravas are the descendants of King Kuru and the 100 sons of his blind son Dhritarashtra. The eldest son of Dhritarashtra is Duryodhana, who is known for his jealousy, greed, and ambition. He and his brothers are often depicted as the antagonists of the story. The Pandavas are the descendants of King Pandu, the younger brother of Dhritarashtra. After the death of Pandu, the five Pandava brothers and their mother Kunti were exiled from the kingdom by Duryodhana and his brothers. The Pandavas, with the help of Lord Krishna, went through a series of trials and tribulations and eventually returned to the kingdom to claim their rightful share of the throne. The rivalry between the two families eventually leads to the Kurukshetra war, in which the Pandavas and Kauravas face each other in a battle that lasts for 18 days. The war leads to the death of almost all of the major characters, including Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and many others. In the end, the Pandavas emerge victorious and Yudhishthira becomes the king of the Kuru kingdom. The Mahabharata is not only a story of war and conflict but also a treatise on dharma, karma, and the complexity of human relationships. The Pandavas flee the kingdom. This incident is known as the game of dice, where the Kauravas, led by Duryodhana, trick Yudhishthira into a game of dice. Shakuni, Duryodhana's maternal uncle, was an expert at gambling, and he played on behalf of Duryodhana. Shakuni manipulated the game and ensured that Yudhishthira lost everything, including his wealth, kingdom, and even his brothers. As a result of the game, the Pandavas were forced into exile for 12 years, and they were also required to spend an additional year in disguise. If they were recognized during this time, they would be required to spend another 12 years in exile. After the 12 years of exile were over, the Pandavas returned to the kingdom and asked for their share of the kingdom. However, Duryodhana refused to give them anything and offered them only 5 villages. This rejection led to the Kurukshetra war, which is the main event in the Mahabharata. The Pandavas acquire new allies. During their time at exile, they spent their days in the forest, acquiring new allies and forming alliances with other kingdoms. They received help from various individuals and tribes, including the sage Vyasa, who gave them guidance, and the monkey god Hanuman, who helped them build a bridge to cross a river. They also made alliances with several powerful kings, such as King Virata, who gave them refuge and protection during the last year of their exile. Their exile proved to be instrumental in their eventual victory in the Kurukshetra war, as they were able to gain valuable experience and forge alliances that helped them in the war against the Kauravas. Arjuna wins the hand of the beautiful princess Draupadi. There was a tournament held by King Drupada where various princes and warriors were invited to showcase their skills. One of the challenges involved aiming an arrow at a fish that was rotating on a wheel high above the ground, with the aid of only the reflection of the fish in a vessel of oil below. Arjuna, one of the Pandavas, succeeded in hitting the fish's eye and won Draupadi's hand in marriage. However, when the Pandavas returned to their mother with the news, she had misunderstood their announcement and thought that they had won something to share amongst themselves. Therefore, all 5 brothers were married to Draupadi. This led to a complex situation, as Draupadi was technically married to 5 husbands, which was considered taboo in ancient Indian society. Nonetheless, Draupadi became a loyal wife to all the Pandavas and played a significant role in the events that led up to the Kurukshetra war. Draupadi is also won by the Kauravas. Draupadi was also won by the Kauravas in a rigged gambling match. Duryodhana, one of the Kauravas, had invited the Pandavas to a game of dice, and with the help of his uncle Shakuni, he cheated and won everything that the Pandavas possessed, including their kingdom and even Draupadi. Draupadi was insulted and humiliated in the assembly, as Duryodhana and his brother Dushasana attempted to disrobe her in front of everyone. However, the Pandavas' brother Bhima vowed to avenge the dishonor, and Draupadi herself prayed to Lord Krishna for help. Krishna came to her aid by providing her with an endless supply of cloth, which prevented her from being fully disrobed, and eventually, the Pandavas were able to reclaim their lost possessions, including Draupadi, after winning the Kurukshetra war. This incident is one of the key events that led to the war between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. The Pandavas returned to the kingdom. After spending 13 years in exile and 1 year in hiding, the Pandavas returned to their kingdom and demanded their rightful share of the kingdom from the Kauravas. When the Kauravas refused to give them their share, a war broke out between the two sides, which is known as the Kurukshetra war. The war lasted for 18 days and resulted in the victory of the Pandavas, who were led by their brother Yudhishthira. After the war, the Pandavas were crowned as the rulers of the kingdom, and peace was restored to the land. However, the war had taken a heavy toll, and many of their loved ones, including their sons and brothers, had perished. The Pandavas ruled the kingdom for many years, following the principles of dharma and justice, and were revered as wise and just rulers. They eventually retired to the forest, where they spent their final days in meditation before attaining salvation. The Kauravas refuse, and the two sides prepare for war. When the Pandavas returned from their exile, they demanded their share of the kingdom from the Kauravas. However, the Kauravas refused to give them anything, and a war broke out between the two sides. The Pandavas were supported by several allies, including Lord Krishna, who served as their charioteer and advisor. The Kauravas, on the other hand, had a larger army, but many of their allies defected to the Pandavas during the course of the war. The war lasted for 18 days and was fought on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. It was a brutal and bloody conflict, and many warriors on both sides perished, including several of the Pandavas' sons and brothers. In the end, the Pandavas emerged victorious, thanks in part to their superior strategy and the divine assistance of Lord Krishna. The war had a profound impact on Indian culture and mythology and is considered one of the greatest battles in Indian history. Yudhishthira becomes the king. After the war ended, Yudhishthira, the eldest of the Pandava brothers, was crowned as the king of the Hastinapura kingdom. The Pandavas had emerged victorious, but the cost of the war was high. Many of their loved ones, including their sons and brothers, had perished in the conflict, and the kingdom was left in ruins. To restore order and rebuild the kingdom, Yudhishthira sought the advice of Lord Krishna, who advised him to follow the principles of dharma and justice. Yudhishthira ruled the kingdom with fairness and wisdom, and his reign was considered a golden age in Indian history. The Mahabharata also contains many stories and teachings about the importance of dharma, karma, and spirituality. It is a deeply philosophical work that has had a profound impact on Indian culture and religion for thousands of years. The story of the Pandavas and the Kauravas continues to be a source of inspiration and wisdom for people around the world. The Mahabharata is a vast and intricate work that includes numerous stories, legends, and myths about the gods and goddesses of Hindu mythology. It also provides a detailed account of the ancient Indian society, culture, and customs, including their traditions, beliefs, and values. The epic features many characters from Indian mythology, including Lord Krishna, who plays a significant role in the story of the Pandavas and the Kauravas. The Mahabharata also includes stories about other deities, such as Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma, as well as various demigods and supernatural beings. In addition to the stories about the gods, the Mahabharata provides insights into the political and social structures of ancient India. It contains detailed descriptions of the caste system, governance, and warfare, as well as the day-to-day lives of the people who lived during that time. The Mahabharata is also notable for its philosophical and spiritual teachings, including the importance of dharma, karma, and the pursuit of self-realization. It contains many passages of profound wisdom and insight, which continue to inspire and guide people around the world. Overall, the Mahabharata is a rich and complex work that reflects the diverse cultural heritage of India. It is a testament to the power of storytelling and the enduring relevance of its teachings. I really hope you loved this content. Please consider subscribing to my channel, smash that like button, hit that notification bell icon. It really will help me build the channel and bring more exciting content to you. I really hope you loved this content.